Hi, I'm Joseph, co-founder of the Abundant Culture Fund, and today we are getting ready to analyze an investment opportunity that can help you grow your retirement income faster than you ever thought possible and with a lot less risk as well. Now, a lot of people don't know that they can use small businesses as a retirement vehicle, and I think it's the best retirement vehicle out there because it generates a lot more income than traditional retirement assets, as you'll see later on in this video, but also if you have the right team in place, it can also have a lot less risk. So if you take a look at my screen, you'll see a highly profitable boutique law firm for sale. And really, they didn't have much information about this. I think this video is kind of cool. I won't play it for you. If you want to see it, you can go to the listing. But the seller is basically selling because they want to retire. And yeah, there's really not much to it. Oh, the thing that did stand out, however, is the fact that it's relocatable. So it's really cool to see how a lot of businesses pivoted during the whole 2020 pandemic thing that kind of happened. A lot of them started working remotely, found that that was better for their company, so they just continued on that track. And I think that's can be a really good idea. So it's relocatable, I guess, because they work remotely. So I guess you can do that pretty much anywhere. So I think that's a really cool. I don't know too many law firms that are doing that. Maybe it's a trend that's going to catch on. But getting into the numbers, the asking price is $1.3 million. They have a gross revenue of $1.9 million. And it says here that they have an EBITDA of $1.8 million. I'm guessing somebody probably didn't understand what the term EBITDA actually meant, because that's just not realistic. It has furniture, fixture, and equipment of $200,000, which I think is quite a lot of furniture, fixture, and equipment for a law firm, but I don't know too much about law firms. So my guess is as good as yours, pretty much. It has a cash flow of $750,000 and a rent of $6,000. And the building square footage is 5,000 square feet. Yeah. So let's take a look at how this would look if my fund invested in this company and what my investors would actually make from the transaction if we did that. So if you're looking at my screen, you'll see a spreadsheet with a ton of numbers on it. Just focus on the numbers that are color coded. I use this spreadsheet for a very in-depth analysis of companies, but today we're just doing a preliminary kind of evaluation, just to kind of give you a taste of what's possible in a small business acquisition. So just focus on the numbers that are in color. As you can see, we have the $1.3 million asking price here. And right here for the first cash flow is $750,000. Now, these returns are based on the idea that we're not going to use any financial leverage to purchase the company, which we usually will, and we're not going to grow the company, which we also usually will. So those two factors actually will actually increase the return, but I just want to show you what the return would be, basically just buying the company day one, no, for all cash, no leverage, and not growing the company. I wanted you to see what that looked like. And what that looks like for our investors is they would actually make a 42% return off of this transaction if we bought this company. And as a dollar amount, that 42% return would equate to $548,000 that they would make from this business acquisition. So investing 1.3 million, getting out $548,000, I think is definitely not a bad return at all. So let's see how this return actually stacks up against other retirement assets. I did research and found that with stocks, bonds, or multifamily real estate, if you invest in those assets without using any type of financial leverage and you don't include growth, your income from those assets will be 6% annually. So if you invested a $500,000 into any of those assets, your income most likely wouldn't be any more than $30,000 a year. Now you can invest that same $500,000 into that type of deal in Abundant Culture Fund and make 42% on your money. And that will basically raise your income off of the same dollar amount invested. That will raise your income to $210,000 a year. That is $180,000 more just by moving your assets from low income assets to higher income assets. $180,000 extra is a significant difference to me. Actually, it is a 703% difference. Basically, you will make 7 times more investing with Abundant Culture Fund in those types of assets as opposed to just what most people invest in traditional retirement. So let's say you had a goal to make just $60,000 a year in your retirement. How much would you have to invest or have invested in order to reach that income goal? Well, based on traditional assets, you would need to have $1 million invested. Whereas with Abundant Culture Fund, with looking at that particular deal, you would only need to have $142,000 invested in order to make that same $60,000 of income every single year. So you tell me what sounds easier to do, investing $1 million to get $60,000 or investing $142,000 in order to get the same $60,000. And basically what that breaks down to is that Abundant Culture Fund can save you $857,000 on your road to retirement. So basically, that's $857,000 that you no longer have to invest in your retirement if you don't want to. Now, I do believe it would be really wise for you to reinvest some of those savings in order to make more than your $60,000 a year in income, but you don't have to. Now you can use that money to give to charity, to fund your kids' education, to go on as many vacations as you want. Whatever you really desire to do with that money, you can do, because now it doesn't have to go to retirement. So I hope you enjoyed this analysis today. Remember, if you're somebody who wants to double your retirement income with less investment, less risk, and less fees, reach out to us at abundantculturefund.com. And if you're a small business owner who wants to sell your company so that you can focus on the next phase in your life, also reach out to us at abundantculturefund.com. Thank you for watching today and have a great day.